what is a significant learning that you've had as a result of like a painful, stinky misstep?
Oh, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's a trippy one. A painful, stinky misstep. Yeah, you got me tripped there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like something that went terribly wrong, and
But you
I've learned.
walked away. It wasn't fun, man, but you walked away with some good stuff that you carried forward.
Oh, I mean, huh. Yeah, I don't know if this applies, but one thing I felt like I did, I thought I was doing something right, and it
Mhm.
actually ended up not being right. It
Okay.
wasn't wrong, but it wasn't the most efficient thing. And
Okay.
I guess maybe there's probably more, but the one thing that comes to mind was this guy John Fischera. He was also one of the founders of the TEI group. There was three. There was
Okay.
Mark John Fischera, Michael Staub. Maybe founders is not the right word, but they were partners, right? The three of them were elevator guys who helped build this business. And John Fischera was the fucking man. Like
Yeah.
he, he was he was right up there with like Dan Nichols as far as like just this great guy built to lead, compassionate, stern, but like I had a tremendous respect for him, and he also like provided me a lot of opportunities within his department, right? Because
Okay.
he ran the modern construction, and it's funny when I got hired by TEI, I was told to go see John because John he's the head of the department, and I'll never forget it because John knew I worked at Boca, and I walk into his office, and he looks at me, he goes, "Do you even know how to use tools?" You know, because I, do you even know how to
You're
use
a
tools? And I worked
consultant.
at a
What are you doing here?
yeah, because I was filing papers at a consulting firm, and next thing you know, I'm working in his department, and I was like, I'll manage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lesson, again, I don't know if it's as significant, but something that resonated with me was I was doing a project, and I just finished a project, and it's funny, the next project happened to be like three doors down, right? It was
Okay.
like it was a mod, and then next door they were putting up a 50-story building. So I was finishing a mod, and I was gonna lead this next project. So I said, wow, I got all this material on this job. Let me start bringing it out of this job and moving it over to the other one. But the location of the material made it kind of challenging to get it out of the building.
Okay.
So I'm bringing sticks of pipe down the building with my helper. I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing, right? Material, and he happened to be outside, like, and he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" I'm bringing. He goes, "Ed, let me just break this down for you. Do you know how much you guys cost me an hour? Do you
Ah.
know how much? Do you know how much that piece of pipe costs? And I'm like, and he broke it down. I'm like, wow. So it's actually cheaper to leave that there,
Mm-hmm.
get to the job, and get the new material sent to the project. Um, Again, I don't know if it's falls
No,
in
that's an
line
important one. Heck
with,
yeah.
with your question, but it was definitely like I didn't realize I was doing something not efficient, right? And
Right.
then I learned something new, and that opened up a whole other world of like financial efficiency,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
it earned like, okay, there's so much more to a project. Like I was aware of labor cost and labor hours and schedules and material budgets and all that sorts, but I didn't that didn't like I wasn't it didn't make sense to me, right? I thought I was doing the
Right.
right thing.
Yep.
And then you start to break it down. I'm like, oh wow, this is yeah. Actually, John, I just cost you $8,000 to move, $700 of material. That was a complete waste.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
so lessons learned. Lessons
That's
learned.
an important one, man. Like there's great ideas all the time, but they all have a point of diminishing return. Right. So
Yeah,
great idea. You're not wanting to waste. You want to be responsible and move the stuff so you don't have to buy it again. But when you factor in the labor cost, the cost of the material, the trips up and down, the cost on your bot, like all of those, like, man, I'm gonna make fun of my dad because I know he don't listen to the podcast. Well, I think he does, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
yeah,
My dad, like, bro, anytime a job was finishing, anything he could put in his truck and take home for the next project,
yeah.
man, we got like plumbing fixtures for football stadium. Like we got stuff. And it's funny because I inherited the same habit. I would say I do, like, for real. This is about 10 years ago that I broke the habit. Um, we had these kitchen sinks left over from a from a building I did way back. And I knew how expensive they were. I was like, no, 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 we're gonna use them on the next project. And so I brought them to my house. Then I was dating this amazing woman, moved in with her. I brought the four sinks to her house. They were in the garage. We broke up. I moved on. I got a call from her like a couple years down the road. She's like, "Hey, Jess, you ever gonna use them floor sinks you left in my shed?"
No.
Son of a gun, no. I'll go pick them up. I'll go throw them away. But it's just that until we're fully aware of like the total magnitude of what we're dealing with,
Yeah.
we think we're doing the right thing. And so that's a
Yeah.
phenomenal lesson, my man. That's a great lesson there.